If you're like me, then you're interested in all this generative AI innovation that's coming out and actually utilizing it in your daily lives. Not only is artificial intelligence interesting because it is the first tool that can actually make decisions on its own, but it can also create ideas on its own. That's brand new to the world of human tools. If you're tapped into the right streams of information, then you'll be well aware that there is pretty much a startup company or a big business that is working to incorporate artificial intelligence into nearly every aspect of our digital lives. And at what point do we become the robots? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's give an example of YouTube. Right now, it's me talking human to human. And perhaps I'm reading off a script or I'm just going off the dome. But regardless, every word, every idea, every video is coming from myself. Now with ChatGPT in the loop, I can have just simply a video idea and share that with ChatGPT and get a whole script that I can just read off word for word. Even the title can be generated by this artificial intelligence that I'm simply just conveying for you all. If I want to go a step further, I can take all of that script and put that into Synthesia and have some artificial individual be reading it to you and just really take myself out of the loop completely. And at some point, that is going to be automated and it's going to get better and it's going to be more realistic and potentially enjoyable based on impressions and watch time and what have you. And it's not just videos. This is going to be writing emails. This is going to be research papers. This is going to be social media. I mean, think about it in the sense of our digital footprint that we're going to be the robots for. I mean, at some point it's going to be me having these autonomous agents that can carry out tasks, that can come up with ideas that are all mission oriented. And all of this is interacting with other robots of other individuals that are pretty much just having the human in the loop to give the mission of what's being done. But all these autonomous agents are simply going to be interacting with one another. And our entire digital footprint very well may be just simply our robots, if you want to just term the silicone as robots. We can see examples of this being developed before our very eyes, where these tools are going to begin having the resources and the capability to actually act upon its mission. And its mission-oriented programming is going to be dictating our digital footprints. And let's take into account an example of perhaps we have the mission of us getting a research opportunity with a faculty member. And perhaps I can just set my autonomous AI as like, hey, based on your knowledge of me and my background, expertise, and knowledge and what have you, reach out to these colleagues that are likely to have research opportunities that are available to students like me. So here I'm having the artificial intelligence have all of my emails be sent out to all of these different faculty members. And then these faculty members are going to have these autonomous agents that are understanding the emails coming in, potentially responding, and only giving the right ones to the actual individual, the human that's in the loop. Or maybe not. Maybe the artificial intelligences on the receiving end are going to know if an email coming in is oriented towards the mission or not. And right now, I'll have to compose the email myself or give at least a thesis statement and a sentiment analysis to ChatGPT and have it write the full-on message, and then I send the email myself. But those days are going to be diminishing in the near future. And if I'm playing this out in my mind, I see this scaling up to the point where all of our online digital presence is not really even ourselves anymore. I mean, perhaps there are some original works of art, of creation, of whatever, that we are putting out there with either minimal or no influence by this artificial intelligence, but for the most part, a lot of our professional lives at the very least are likely going to be taken over by this artificial intelligence. And now, is that necessarily a bad thing or a good thing? I'm not really going to say, but I just like thinking about this notion of at what point do we become the robots? And of course, I'm not saying that like my skin is going to turn to silicone or anything like that, but just think about it in the sense of our digital lives, what we're doing, what we're putting out there, who's receiving the messages that we're sharing. Just want to share that with you. I'm still diving into that idea myself, but I think there's something there, and it's evolving by the day. Take care. Bye-bye.